We're talking with Mark Parley of Parley Builders, but you're also the building consultant. You can hire Mark when you're having work done or something's wrong with your home, and he can spot it and tell you how it can be fixed correctly. Mark, there are a lot of things that can go wrong with our homes, especially in the extreme weather conditions we have. Tell us a little bit about what we're seeing right here.
Well, this is a home. I was just driving down the street and took a glance, and I couldn't believe what I saw. This is a siding issue here. It does not have the clearances that is specified by the manufacturer of the siding product, nor does it have a kick-out flashing, which if there was a properly installed kick-out, you would see none of this damage here. And as we go through this, I'm going to be talking a lot about kick-outs.
Part of what Mark has offered to do is help you, the homeowner, become a student of your own home by showing us these pictures. Tell us about what we're seeing here.
This is a fireplace chase, as I mentioned earlier. There's a lot of problems with them. Clearance details are out of whack. There should be a roof rain diverter around the chase. Many times they're put on too small. That's what's happened, a culmination of all those details that goes wrong, and you see your siding degrading quickly. This is a 3.5-year-old house with these problems.
So the water is actually forced into the siding.
It comes down and there's no kick out, so it doesn't allow it to flow into the gutter, and it goes right down. The siding wicks the material up. Here in Iowa, we have freezing conditions. Moisture expands 9% when it freezes, and over time it continues its freeze-thaw, and it'll just blow the siding apart. This is another view of that same fireplace chase from the roof side. The sheeting behind it is more than likely taking on water and starting to rot there, and a mold problem can develop. So it's critical that you get it repaired correctly. This is a major repair. This would be on this particular one, I gave the guy an estimate of $4,500 to repair this. I've done many of them, and that's what it takes to do these right.
But we definitely don't want mold.
No. Then we go down a whole nother road. Here's a fireplace chase that I was called out to look at. This was the extent of what they were seeing, and that bothered them. So we took it apart, and here's what we see. A lot of moisture intrusion, and it all happened, this is all damage from the roof. No kick-out flashing. This is a very typical install of flashing for the roof side of a fireplace chase, and all of just missing this kick-out detail caused all that damage. Here is a picture of when we're finished. We made the water diverter bigger so that it'll drain better in a better path, and we installed the kick-out flashing. The kick-out is right over here.
When siding is installed improperly, this can result. But when you get it fixed, if it's fixed improperly, this will just happen again.
It'll
Isn't
happen
that right?
again. I so often see the same deficient details reinstalled on the repairs. This is one where the freeze-thaw issue, the water saturates into the siding over the spring, summer, and fall, doesn't dry out correctly. It takes a while for this product to dry out. And then we get our freeze-thaw, and it freezes and pops. This typically will take 3 years. Here's one that I was called to look at. The siding is starting to have its problems. There's no kick-out detail here. You look underneath here, and this is delaminating. This was a 3.5-year-old home. I went out, looked at it, consulted on them. The warranty company elected to have someone else fix it. I went back and revisited the site, and they had put it on exactly the same as what you see here. So over the course of the next 3.5 to 4 years, they'll have the same problems. I am also a certified EIFS inspector, third-party inspector, moisture analyst, and quality assurance. One of 2 in the state of Iowa through this certification program.
And EIFS stands for?
EIFS stands for Exterior Insulated Finishing System.
Okay.
This is a house I looked at, brand new. The EIFS is in wrong detail here. I come around and looked at some other details. The caulking, very poorly done. No kick out. This The only difference here, there's a gutter hanging on it and a coat of paint. We go to the back here, all these nails are protruding. I'm sure they stuck those in, but this was ready for paint. Here's a sealant detail. Sealant is critical for holding out the moisture, keeping it out. Well, it's very sporadically done across here and left open here, and you can see even during the construction process, this is starting to rot and degrade due to moisture intrusion. This is a 9-year-old building, and in the renovation process, we discovered how the windows were put in, totally deficient, and this is the damage that it caused.
And Mark, perfect timing because a lot of people are considering window replacement right now. So that being said, how can people get a hold of you as the building consultant?
They can get a hold of me through email, thebuildingconsultant.com, or they can call me at my office, 334-0197.
Okay, a lot of great information from Mark Parley, Parley Builders and the Building Consultant. Thanks a lot, Mark.
Thank you.